Apple is finally waking up. For years, we have been watching other companies fold, flip, and bend their phones, while iPhone users just get slightly smaller bezels every single year. But that is all about to change. The iPhone Ultra is rumored to be the absolute biggest design shift in Apple history, and the most interesting part begins with a really unusual wider shape. When you actually unfold this beast, it is not just a tall phone anymore, it is going to feel way closer to holding a tiny iPad mini. Imagine kicking back and watching YouTube or reading on a screen that big, right in your pocket. But if you think that massive 8-inch screen is Apple's biggest flex here, you're totally missing the real story. The actual challenge keeping Apple engineers awake at night is not the size of the display, it is the crease. We all know the drill with foldables right now. You buy a super expensive phone, but there is this annoying, permanent wrinkle right down the middle of your screen. Apple is absolutely terrified of releasing a product that looks anything less than perfect. So, they are reportedly pouring tons of cash into a highly advanced hinge system. And ironically, they are relying on their biggest rival, Samsung Display, to supply the folding OLED panel. Apple's strict demand is that this folding line must be nearly impossible to see or feel. If they actually nail this, the lack of a crease is going to be the ultimate flex. It could instantly make the Galaxy Z Fold 8 look like old tech, but perfection has a price. And to fix one problem, Apple is about to make a completely unexpected sacrifice. Prepare yourself for this one. Current leaks are screaming that this foldable iPhone might completely ditch Face ID. Yeah, the feature we have all been using for years is getting the boot. Instead of trying to engineer complex lasers and sensors into a display that literally bends in half, Apple is going old school. They are bringing back Touch ID, but they are not putting it under the screen. They are integrating a super fast fingerprint scanner straight into the side power button. I know it sounds like a downgrade at first, but honestly, a physical fingerprint reader is incredibly fast and reliable. But why would Apple take such a huge step backward? Simple, it is all about internal space. Ripping out the massive Face ID module gives Apple a huge chunk of extra room inside the phone. And in the foldable world, internal space is pure gold. They desperately need that extra room because of the battery. Think about it, a foldable phone has to light up an outer screen and a massive inner screen, all while fitting inside a chassis that needs to be incredibly thin. That is a recipe for terrible battery life. But Apple is fighting back. Rumors say they are cramming a massive high-capacity battery in there, hitting somewhere around 5,000 milliamp hours. But raw battery size is never enough. The iPhone Ultra is going to be powered by the upcoming A20 Pro chip, built using TSMC's crazy advanced 2nm process. This chip is a total game changer for efficiency. It is going to let you run that giant screen all day without the phone dying by lunch, and without making the phone as thick as a brick. And they are pairing this super chip with an unheard of memory upgrade. We are talking 12 gigabytes of RAM. For a company that loves to be stingy with memory, this is huge, but on a nearly 8-inch display, you're going to want to run 2 or 3 apps side by side. Apple Intelligence is going to need that extra RAM to run complex AI tasks directly on the device without lagging. Now, with specs this wild, you probably expect a camera bump the size of a golf ball, right? Wrong, Apple is actually pumping the brakes on the cameras. Reports point to a dual 48-megapixel setup on the back, no crazy periscope zoom, no bulky triple lens setup. Why? Because thickness is the absolute enemy. When a foldable is closed, it is essentially 2 phones stacked on top of each other. Apple wants this thing to feel ridiculously thin in your hand. So they are prioritizing a beautifully balanced, slim design over a giant camera module. You will still get amazing flagship photos, and there will be selfie cameras on both the inside and outside. But the focus here is definitely on keeping the phone sleek. But bringing all this bleeding-edge tech together is going to hurt. If you thought current iPhones were pricey, you might want to sit down. Current estimates show Apple's first foldable launching somewhere north of $2,000, and some insiders are even predicting it could easily touch $2,500. That instantly makes the iPhone Ultra the most ridiculously expensive iPhone ever made. It is currently slated to launch in September 2026, dropping alongside the standard iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max. But let us be real for a second. For more than $2,000, this thing cannot just be a neat party trick, it has to completely change how you use a phone. So, I have to know, are you crazy enough to drop $2,000 on the iPhone Ultra? Or are you going to keep your money and stick with the tried and true iPhone 18 Pro Max? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.